Good morning. Yes, it's morning here. We're still alive, so we're giving God thanks and we're giving Him praise. As we continue the series of Proverbs, throwing the grain and letting it fall. So let's see what the Lord has in store for us today. And we are up to chapter 6. Okay, let me see what it says. Okay, hope everybody is okay this morning. Nobody showing any symptoms of any coronavirus or any other form of virus, because the Lord says that He gives His angels charge over us to keep us in all our ways, so that no disease, no plague can come near our dwelling. So we're looking at chapter 6 in Proverbs, and it says, "My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, have given your pledge," I think it's a little better, have given your pledge for a stranger, if you are snared in the words of your mouth, caught in the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and save yourself, for you have come into the hand of your neighbor. Go, hasten and plead urgently with your neighbor. Give your eyes no sleep, and your eyelids no slumber. Save yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. Let me stop right here and look at what he's saying to us. If you've put up security for your neighbor, have given your pledge to your neighbor, then you need to go to your neighbor and make it right. When I read this chapter, what I got was a situation where everyday living, you're your neighbor. Let's use the neighbor since this is what God is talking about. And your neighbor comes to you, or a friend of yours comes to you and say, "Look, I'm going to be taking out this loan, so I need you to guarantor for me." Now, you know your friend or you know your neighbor. Question: is the person somebody who is hardworking? Or is it somebody who just sits around and takes handouts? Because the theme I got for this chapter is laziness and wickedness. It says, if you are snared in the words of your mouth, caught in the words of your mouth, then do this and save yourself, for you have come into the hand of your neighbor. So if you have made a pledge to somebody and you're realizing that by doing this pledge, you have set up yourself, because the person is not proving to be somebody who is trustworthy, or person seems to have been trustworthy, but now that you are standing in the gap or you're helping out this person, you're realizing that, hey, person is trying to take advantage of me, then do this. Go, hasten and plead urgently with your neighbor. Go and say to them, "Look, I can't do this because I realize that what you came to me with, the plan that you gave me, or what you said you were going to, you're not doing it. And this is being unfair to me. I can't take up your responsibility. You asked for help and I graciously gave it, but you're not holding to your end of the word. So I am going to have to back out of this." He says, "Go to the ant, O sluggard, lazy person. Consider her ways and be wise." Without having any chief or any ruler or any officer to tell them what to do, the ant diligently goes about their business. If you watch an ant, fascinating little creatures, always in a line. If you do see one, at some point you see another. But they're always moving, they're always working, they're always doing something that is beneficial not only to themselves, but to the team, to the family, right? And Proverbs is saying to us, do not become lazy. Don't be a sluggard. Get up and do something. Each of us occupying these shelves, these frames, have been placed here for a reason and for a season. The gifting you have inside of you is to help somebody else who is going through even worse than you. But because you have gone through, you are able to give that person advice, instructions, share with them what it is you did, how you overcame, overcame your situation and where you are, giving God the glory, remembering that it is He who has blessed you, not man, not money. So 6 is looking at us and saying laziness. Laziness doesn't lead to profitability. Laziness doesn't do anything for anybody, including the person who is lazy, because you have nothing to contribute. All you're doing is sucking, drawing, and not giving anything back. You're just like a shell, empty. Because what? You refuse to get up and try. And that's wicked. That is wicked. Because you have a potential in you that somebody out there is waiting on. That person needs to see you move so it can inspire them to also get up and move despite what is happening. So when you sit down and decide, say, hey, you know what? Oh, the system does a fight against the eye. No, dear. You need to remember, you are the system. And you're fighting against yourself when you are holding on to your God-given ability that is needed out there, regardless of how small it is. Regardless of how small it is. Yeah? So in summarizing the chapter, and you can go through and read for yourself, it says, the eyes of man sees naught and conjures things about himself. So we're making it all about us. He's lazy and makes mischief his hobby. He makes mischief his hobby, not knowing that this leads to poverty and death. For in order to satisfy his desire, he will steal and lie to survive. What's the life left? I'm sorry this morning, my lips are just doing blah, blah, blah. But anyway, what is the life lesson we are to get out of Proverbs 6? It says, when you walk in the Lord's court and heed his command, he satisfies your needs. So you don't have to lie. You don't have to make mischief. Right? You will want to move. You will want to succeed. There will be that motivation to use your God-given talents that is within you and cause you to rise so that somebody else who is going through something, as I said, even worse off than you, can have an example, can have somebody to say, well, if she did it and the Lord did it for her, then why wouldn't he do it for me? So by not being lazy and by doing what you know you're to do, you will help someone. You might have to give them anything financially or anything, but just by your deed, you will cause someone to look and say, but hey, isn't that Chrissy? Wasn't Chrissy down? Didn't she lose her job? So, hey, how is Chrissy doing all that Chrissy is doing? And then ask. The word of God says, ask, and it shall be given to you. Ask the person, how did you come out of that? What are you doing that despite your situation, you can be up and bubbling, hey, hey. God has a way, He has a will, He's working it out for you. All He's asking you is that you come to Him. Don't be lazy. Don't be a sluggard. Be like the ant. Be industrious. I hope this helps. Good morning, wherever in the world you are. Good evening, good night. Thank you for having joined me in throwing the grain and letting it fall. Looking forward to seeing you. Bye.